Peer pressure is influence from your peers. This influence can be positive or negative depending on the outcome. Peer pressure encourages another person to do something that they would not have wanted to do in the first place. Even your own friends can pressure you to do things that you would not have wanted to do or regret later. Positive peer pressure is when a friend or peer pressures you into something that is beneficial for you. An example of positive peer pressure is pressuring you not to do something like smoking or drinking alcohol, or encouraging you to quit doing either of these habits. The outcome of this is positive and will help you to live a better and healthier life in the future. With positive peer pressure, people can set goals for themselves to become a better person. Examples of these goals are to get better grades, eat healthier, quit bad habits, and be nice and respectful towards others. Your peers can encourage you to accomplish these goals and will help motivate you to set more goals in the future. Peers can inspire you to be a better person and set higher goals for yourself. For example, if a peer is receiving an award or performing in a music concert, it can inspire you to try new things or do better at what you are doing. You may have new dreams that you want to work for and will work harder for them since you have someone your own age accomplishing them. Peers can also provide positive feedback for your work, helping you to make good improvements. This positive peer pressure can help you accomplish your goals. Having feedback can help you improve your work. Eventually, you will find yourself able to complete your work more effectively because of the feedback they have left on prior projects.
Another way that peers can give positive pressure is helping you to socialize with others. With the pressure from another person, it can help give you support or a reason to go talk to another person. Having more friends can help you learn about new topics and people. It can also reduce your stress and encourage you to try new things. Positive peer pressure can help you have new good experiences in your life that you may not have thought about doing before. Your friends can recommend you to try new things such as new foods, sports, or going to new places. This helps you to learn about new things and enjoy life more. By having these experiences, you can have an open mind about people and other things. Negative peer pressure is pressure from your friends or peers that affects you in a negative way. An example of this is a friend pressuring you to smoke or use drugs. It is negative because it affects your life in a bad way. You were not wanting to do this before, but you ended up doing it because your peer pressured you into doing it. Negative peer pressure can not only affect you in the moment, but throughout the rest of your life. For example, people who start smoking because their friends were doing it and pressured them into it will become addicted and continue to smoke for the rest of their lives.
Studies show that 70% of teens who smoke started because of peer pressure. 23% of girls feel pressured to have sex, and 33% of teen boys feel pressured to have sex. 55% of teens tried drugs for the first time because they were pressured by their peers. This shows that a number of teens are pressured into doing things by their peers. People succumb to peer pressure because they are afraid to say no to their friends or bullied by their peers. They want to fit in with their peers and look cool. If everyone in the group is doing something that they really didn't want to do, it is difficult to say no. This can lead to stressors or possibly low self-esteem. There are different extremities of peer pressure. Feeling like you need to dress a certain way is not as harmful as going to a party and drinking alcohol, but they both have their consequences. Dressing a certain way makes you feel as if you're not pretty enough because you're comparing yourself to your peers. Drinking and smoking can lead to long-term damage to your body. This is much worse than dressing a certain way, because that is temporary. Negative peer pressure can lead to stress, bullying, and bad health. Even if you say no to the peer pressure, you may still feel bad about yourself because your peers may treat you differently since you said no. This can affect your health because of the stress this causes. Saying yes can have more of a long-term effect, though.
To help you not succumb to peer pressure, listen to your gut feeling about the situation. If you know you will regret it, then don't do it. Remember, your choices don't only affect you, but other people as well. Try to find other ways around the situation or just leave. If you feel pressured or guilty about not doing it, then the people you are with should not be your true friends. Another way to not succumb to peer pressure is to have a way to bail out on the situation. An example of how to do this is to have a friend to call you so you can have an excuse to leave the room to go talk to them. If you feel uncomfortable, it is best to just leave before anyone will be able to try to pressure you into doing anything you don't want to do. When it comes to peer pressure, your friends are pressuring you to make certain choices, and it's usually pressure to make the bad choice. If you choose to make a bad choice, don't forget that the choice you make affects your friends and loved ones. You would make your family worry a lot if something bad happened to you, and your friends would be held accountable for your decision too. To avoid peer pressure altogether, try to find friends who feel the same way about those situations. These friends would not pressure you into doing drugs, alcohol, or cigarettes because they don't want you to do this either. They would wish for the best and give you positive peer pressure to help you stay healthy and well. If you ever say no to your friend when they offer you a cigarette or alcohol, do not feel bad about it. They should understand the fact that you do not feel like you should do it and respect that. If your friends make you feel guilty, try to avoid them and find new people who will not make you feel this way. It is important to feel comfortable around your friends to avoid unnecessary stress. Don't let other people's opinions and words get to your head and make you feel like you have to do what they say or change in any way. Do not feel pressured to impress people by doing things that will hurt you or that you will regret later. If someone tells you that you are fat or not pretty enough, do not let their opinions about you get to yourself so you do unhealthy things to your body, such as starving yourself. If you resist peer pressure, you may give others who are also not comfortable in situations confidence to say no. Think about your future before you succumb to peer pressure, especially if you know the consequences. Think about your actions before you do them. The choices you make not only affect you, but others as well.